In less than an hour, I was coming out, but I did vote.
What time did you go?
Seemed like it was around 11:45.
Okay.
About
Okay.
11:15. I remember I clocked out. Looked like it was about 11:20.
Okay.
Like that. So it wasn't bad.
Okay.
Wasn't bad at all. They pretty well had everything organized. So I'm letting everybody know. Make sure you vote, and you can go early like I did. Get out and vote, and check out the satellites, places where you can go and vote. That's all I got to say about that. I can't go no further. I ain't gonna tell you who I voted for, nothing like that. I can't talk like that. They'll take our tax exemptions away as a church or whatever.
Oh, wow.
I know as a pastor, you know you have a lot of influence.
Yes.
Listen, just vote. That's all.
Yep.
Let the Lord lead you.
Yep.
Like the old mothers in the church say,
Yes,
let the
amen.
Lord lead you.
Yes,
That's all I
yes,
can
yes,
say.
yes,
God
yes.
bless you. Listen,
Yes.
we're going to get started real quick. And last Tuesday, to bring up to speed, we talked so much about detox and the cleansing. And you know, the Bible tells us that our temple, the Holy Ghost is the temple of the Holy Ghost. And so our spirit, and this is a shell, this is a house. And we got to take care of this house, this vessel, this shell that we live in.
That's right.
And so we brought Dr. Luke back, and we thought it'd be good if he bring back his books, information, and his product.
Yes.
And so we're ready to go with it. And I don't know where we want to start in at, and kind of where we left off on
Yes,
last
sir.
Tuesday. So you kick it off.
Well, thank you for having me back.
No problem.
I want to start off with a gift.
Okay.
Okay.
So here is a Dr. Detox cookbook that we produced. Now, for any red flags that may be raised, it says vegetarian recipes, but it's more so plant-based. For those of y'all that are meat eaters, you can add your own meat. You know how to cook meat, but I wanted to broaden the spectrum by providing more vegetable recipes.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give this one to you as a
Okay,
gift,
well, thank you.
and one to you as a gift.
All right.
thank
Well,
you.
So
thank you.
these
You're
two
so kind.
Yeah.
are spoken for.
All
And
right.
for anyone else that is interested, you know, they can go to the information as we provide.
Okay.
So yes,
All
sir.
right. And
Thank
I'll
you.
he'll provide the information probably at the end of the program.
Yes, yes, sir.
Or you might want to, tell us right now the information.
Well, you can go to the scienceofeverythinginlife.com. And the website is very user friendly. It'll guide you to the YouTube channel. You can register so that you'll be in the database, and you could also purchase the book there
Okay.
Great.
as well.
Now, how much is the book?
So the hardcover is $25.
Okay.
Okay, so we have it in hard book form and in ebook form.
Okay.
The ebook is about $14.
Okay.
So either one.
Either way.
Yes.
Either one.
All righty. All righty then. Well, thank you. I know I received the first edition way back in the day.
Yeah.
And so I did get a chance to make some of these recipes before.
Yes.
And this stuff is delicious. You would think that it's just plain and bland and dry. But no, if you really know how to put something with something and make something happen, a lot of these recipes are very delicious. So I'm glad to be getting this book again. Thank you so much for that.
Yes,
And
yes.
if you decide to purchase the book, you will not be disappointed, especially with the holidays coming up.
Yes.
You know, if you were thinking about, taking a healthier route, there's some macaroni and cheese in here. I know I made the fried fish with
The fillet of eggplant.
I never got a chance to make the
Okay.
fillet of eggplant, but
Okay.
but the fish with what meal is that
The,
you have?
cream of wheat.
Cream of wheat,
That's
and
right.
it doesn't sound good,
Yeah.
but it is delicious.
Yes.
Throw a little hot sauce on there, you'll be good to go. You'll be
What about
good to go.
ketchup? Can you put ketchup in?
Yes.
If you like ketchup,
Yeah.
it'll work.
Absolutely.
It'll
I
work.
like ketchup on my fish. That's why I asked that question.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I can see that being
Yeah.
delicious too.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to make you some, Bishop, because I know
Maybe
you're
so.
a fish eater.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
I
yes,
love
yes,
fish.
yes.
So continue telling us about, last week we left off with different foods
Okay.
and associating them with different
The organs of the body, yes.
So I think I remember the lungs. Do you remember something else, Bishop?
Yeah. Was it lima bean or
the
the
Navy bean?
Navy bean? That's
Okay.
it. Right.
Okay. So just take it from here. You got the floor.
Okay,
sir.
so if we pick up from there, we were talking about the navy bean, shaped like a lung. It activates the respiratory system and the digestive system.
Okay.
This is the two most powerful components of that bean. That's the two main things. Now, the other things is it protects DNA damage to the cells. So every day you have cellular death, and cellular growth. So there's cells that are dying right now, and there's new ones that are being born for tomorrow. Well, when those new ones are being born, they go to the DNA to know how the new cell should look. And because we're in a toxic society, there's damage that's happening.
Yeah.
So the DNA will produce damaged cells, right? So the Navy bean goes and tells the DNA, no, correct that pattern, correct that, and allows us to be new. So it's really a life-giving food.
Wow.
I mean, this is a food, I would say that the fountain of youth is in the Navy bean.
Really?
You could stay here, you'll be Methuselah if you add that to your diet every day.
Right.
Navy beans.
Absolutely.
And remember, to our audience, this is holistic talk, and he's not what you call your doctor or physician, things like that. But
Yes.
he has studied this thing, so we got to put that disclaimer out
Absolutely.
Yes.
there,
Absolutely.
so you get understanding.
Yes.
So go right ahead.
So, and then the other thing is that it has all of the amino acids, all of the necessary nutrient components, protein, sugar, starch, fats. If you eat it with whole wheat, then it becomes a complete food because there's amino acids that are in the Navy bean. The ones that are missing are in the wheat bread. So when you put the two together, that's literally the multivitamin. You're getting everything the body can use, literally. So it's really a food you can live off indefinitely.
Wow.
So no cornbread, huh?
If it's made with cream of wheat. Cream of wheat, a little wheat flour in it. Now as the wheat is there, that's the perfect meal every
Yeah.
day. You
Now-
can eat it every day.
Elaborate a little bit about the cream of wheat, because
Okay.
there are a lot of recipes in here that have that as the coating or the flour, if you will, or just as a meal in itself.
Yes.
Now, why are you so adamant about the cream of wheat?
Okay, good question. So the cream of wheat, we know this is a food that we feed babies. And we feed this food to babies because babies they require gentle food on a gentle digestive system. The corn meal is very harsh on the digestive system. It's like sandpaper. Literally, you're wearing your stomach down. So the cream of wheat, not only is it more nutrient rich, but it's also more gentle on the digestive system. So this is a way of making yourself more youthful. Instead of scrubbing with sandpaper, you're literally easing the digestive system. So it's just way better for the digestive system. Yes.
Okay. You see something that's catching your eye, Bishop?
Yeah, I'm a lover of carrots.
Oh, carrot surprise. Yes,
And,
yes.
Now, I notice here the carrot pulp,
Okay.
and it making me think now because I made some juice this morning.
Yes.
And anytime
Yes.
I make my carrot juice, I'm scraping
The
the
carrot.
pulp and throwing it away.
Yes.
But now I
Don't
see
throw it away.
I can keep it
Absolutely.
and use this. Is this a salad?
Yes, it's a salad. Okay, if you want, I could talk a
Go
little
right
about this.
ahead, man. I want to
Okay,
know.
so let me give you a little
Really?
history on this cookbook in the first place. So I've been a vegetarian since I was 13 years
Okay.
old. So it's going into 32 years I haven't eaten meat.
Wow.
And being on a diet like this long, of course, you have to come up with a lot of creativity to make it enjoyable.
Right.
I also have children, so I knew that what I would be competing with is the taste buds of the world. So I wanted to make things that would taste so good that they wouldn't even miss it.
Right.
Okay, so Carrot Surprise, there used to be a Hebrew Israelite restaurant here in St. Louis that had it was on Euclid.
Okay.
And they had this. And it's supposed to be a mock tuna. It's supposed to remind you of a tuna fish. Okay, theirs had the texture of tuna, but I figured out how to make it taste exactly like tuna fish. Like if you ate this, you would think it was fish.
Wow.
I've actually kind of righteously tricked people and told them, it's just try it. And they're
I'ma
like, man,
try
that's
it.
some
What do you mean?
interesting, that's
I'm
some
gonna
interesting
try it.
tuna. It's orange. I'm like, yeah. And then they realize that it's carrots.
Yeah.
The seaweed seasoning, you use seaweed in it to give it more of that fishy taste for those that are into tuna. And then you're getting the pulp, which is the pure fiber from the carrots.
So now where can I purchase the seaweed at?
You usually go to like an international store.
Okay.
Like we have a few here in St. Louis, Jay's
Yeah.
International,
Yeah.
stores like that. And it's actually called seaweed rice seasoning because you use it to
I know if
season.
you can go to Whole Foods.
You might be able to find
Yeah,
it there.
I
You might be able.
sometimes shop in there. Actually, that's where I get my carrots and
Well,
and ginger and all that stuff from.
if you just got seasoned seaweed itself, like the kind that you can, they have it like in strips, you could just crush it and then
Okay.
add it, and that'll give you that flavor.
All right, you hear that, Sister Coleman? So when you go, remember that, pick me some up, 'cause I'm gonna make this, man.
Yes.
Really.
That's going to become one of your favorites.
I believe
Get
so.
you some good grain crackers.
Ooh,
Boom.
man.
Now you got tuna fish and you know,
Grain
just like-
crackers. That sounds delicious.
Yes, yes.
Well,
yes,
Bishop,
yes.
when y'all get that going, you let us know how that works out.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes,
definitely,
yes,
I'm gonna
yes.
work on it.
Okay, okay. So tell us, moving right into the detox portion,
Okay.
tell us about the fiber.
Okay, good. Okay.
No, I was just gonna say, and I could say from recent experience, I used it previously. I just bought this container about a week or
Couple
so
of weeks
ago,
ago, yeah.
and it works instantly. I've tried both the Metamucil as well as this, and I know with the probiotics and Metamucil, that usually takes like a couple days to get going. I took this one night, and the next day it was already activated. But the key is drinking it fast. You really have to drink it fast, or else
Yes.
it'll gel up in your glass, and it won't be as
Yes.
effective.
Yes.
But
It's supposed to gel in your gut, not in the cup. That's the way that I
gel
take
in the
it.
gut, not in the cup.
Yes.
Yeah, all right now.
So the thing is with, I'm glad you mentioned that product, Metamucil, and products like it, because what I found out being in this particular business is that there's grades
Okay.
to the particular quality of husk. They use husk. My product only has one ingredient, Platago ovata, which is the whole plant. They're just using the husk of the plant. We use the whole plant. So it's going to be more fiber, more strong, and there's no fillers at all. Straight from nature into this container.
Okay.
You know, now when you're dealing with fillers, the government will allow fillers that don't have to be named. And
Okay.
it can be just really anything that's not harmful enough to kill you right away. It could be some sawdust or something that's left over in the factory.
Yeah, it could be
And you,
mushed up worms.
yeah,
or
whatever. Yeah, the government said, well,
Like
you
in
can
hot
only use
dogs.
1% of it, and then they can do that and not even mention that it's there. With our product, you're only getting pure Platago ovata, nothing else.
So tell us, how does it work?
So, okay, good.
Talk
So-
to us like we five.
All right, good. So let's picture that this is your intestine. Let's say that we cut it in half and I gave you a side view of it right here. And let's say that this part would be like the middle, which for most people is what gets eliminated, about that much in comparison to this much. This is impacted waste, anywhere from 15 to 50 pounds of waste that's been there since we were babies, before we were 5. By the time we're 5, we're already toxic on the standard American diet. So imagine when we're 30, right? So we have 30 years of meals that have impacted. The product goes in and it swells up and becomes the environment itself, and it grabs everything. Because it's a water-soluble fiber, it removes the liquid, so it makes everything solid. One of the reasons that our eliminations don't come out is because there's space in between it, and there's too much water because we're eating too much and drinking too much, so it comes out in pieces. This makes it all one piece and brings it all out, as you have experienced. If you ever taken my product, you know that your eliminations were more plentiful and more easy. And a lot of times even odorless, because the odor comes from the water. The fact that water is sitting is, becomes like a sewer. So this is going to drink the water, and the process is going to destroy parasites, solid waste, liquid waste, bacteria, refined sugar that's in the blood, yeast. So that means candida. All of these things, this product absorbs and takes it
I
right
know
out
I
the
had
body.
that problem back about when your mom, she told me, gave me some information. I had that problem and didn't realize it. And
What, candida?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, I did. I had that. I didn't know it.
Most Americans do.
Yeah.
Most of us have
And
on the way to
went
it.
to a particular vitamin shop,
Okay.
and she spotted. I told her what was happening. She spotted right off, and she gave me a product to use, and I noticed because, like in the summertime, if for some reason I like sweet tea.
Okay.
But it looked like I was craving it, like a drug.
That's
I was
sugar.
craving it.
That's
It's
yeast.
the sugar.
Yes.
Craving and craving. Looked like, and some reason, Quick Trip
Ooh, that tea
Got
would be
the quick
good.
sip
They got
tea.
the best. That's right.
And then you're going to get a
Man.
cup this big.
Yeah. Man,
Your
I was
whole
getting it.
gallon.
But I noticed that when I took that product, everything changed.
Yes,
I
that's
had
right.
an addiction,
Yes.
for that.
Yes.
And realized that. And she gave me some information on it too, and I read it. I said, "That's it. That's happening."
Yeah.
Now, was it this stuff or was it something else?
No, it wasn't this.
Okay.
It was something else.
Okay,
that
okay,
was,
okay.
That was offered to use toward that. But yeah.
Okay.
Now, this is one of the best ways to defeat candida because it grabs everything. It has
get
an
some tonight.
irresistible strength that whatever is in the intestine, it can't resist it.
No, it can't.
So it will grab it, and
I'm a
you will
witness.
see things. I give you an
It's
example.
like a Pac-Man. Huh?
Yeah.
But
And then
like-
you can feel it.
You can
like
feel
you
it
literally
grabbing.
can feel it
Yes.
grabbing
That's
as
right.
you're eliminating, and you're
That's
like,
right.
wow. And then you feel lighter,
That's
like
right.
you feel like something has happened on the inside, and it
Yes.
just wasn't the Holy Ghost.
Well, it could be the Holy Ghost rejoicing that it's finally
got
clean.
more
And it
space
can
to move.
shout.
Right.
That's right. Absolutely. I mean, amen. Yes.
Yeah, but it is an effective product, and it does work. I wouldn't, tell any lies, and especially not in the house of God.
Absolutely.
But it is effective. It does work. It does exactly what he said it does. And I know that there are some others that have purchased this product that attend this church. If you would like to call them, I don't know if they're watching right now, if they want to comment and give their experiences in the comments. But I know that all of us that have taken this class and have used this product can testify and say that it does literally exactly what he's saying that it does. And you'll notice the difference immediately, like as soon as you take it. And I personally like to take it at night
Yes,
so
yes.
that it can do its thing while I'm asleep. And then the next day, you will see results. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yes.
And let me just add, I haven't taken the product, but I know about detox.
Yes.
The results of detox.
Yes.
Some years ago, I had taken detox. I think about 2 weeks, and the couple of things I noticed that came out of detox in my body was my skin. It
Yes.
cleared up.
Good
That was
point.
one thing.
Absolutely.
The second thing, my energy level
Yes.
went
Yes.
up. I mean, it went up.
Yes.
And then you, like you said, illumination of and being enlightened
Yeah.
and in your body.
Yeah.
So a detox is a must
Yes.
for every person,
Yes.
especially African American people.
Absolutely.
we need to go through it. How many times a year you
Every
think?
day.
Every day. a
Every
detox.
day.
We need a detox every day.
We bathe every day.
Yeah.
Well,
Think about it.
Yeah. Brush your teeth every day.
Yeah.
yeah.
Think
Yeah.
about it. And then here's the other thing you just said. You pointed on two heavy points. The skin point.
Right.
I'll say so. You have two major eliminative organs in the body. The skin is the largest one,
Okay.
and then the intestines are the next. What doesn't come out of one sometimes comes out of the other.
It'll come out of your skin.
So that's why when you cleanse this one, that was my experience when I was younger. It was actually a product like this that led to me becoming Dr. Detox because I had terrible acne to the point where you couldn't even see my features.
Wow.
If you see younger pictures of me, you couldn't even see what I looked like. And it was because of, it was really a developing candida from junk foods and stuff I was eating. And when I did my first cleanse, everything changed. For the first time I had experienced radiance, a clear complexion, and then everything else started to change too. And it just fascinated me that, something as simple as elimination could produce such change. Now, that's the first thing. The second thing is the energy. Let's explain that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you go on the Science of Everything in Life channel, there's a video that we're about to upload that is called The Formula of Life.
Okay.
This is a formula, you will remember this in class. And the formula is a mathematical formula. V, the letter V like victory, equals P, which stands for power, minus O, which is obstruction. So V is vitality. V equals P minus O. If you look at this as a mathematician, it makes perfect sense why detoxification would produce increased energy. So if I wish I had a straw, something I could use as a demonstration, but like, let's say if this was a straw and we were blowing into the straw and then I pinched the straw. Of course, that pinch is gonna inhibit air from flowing, right? So that air would be, the pinch would be O, that's obstruction. V will be the air attempting to flow. And all I would have to do to get the air to flow is to remove O. So V is vitality equals power minus obstruction. Once you minus obstruction, vitality increases automatically.
I see.
So every time you inhale and exhale, that's vitality. Every time that pulse happens, that's vitality. The question is, will that vitality run into O? Because there's an opposite formula called the formula of death. Y'all ready?
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
D equals P plus O. So death is power plus obstruction. So it's really, I mean, this is kind of like, it's almost like the resurrection. If you want to increase life and have it more abundantly, obstruction has to be removed. But if you want to decrease life, right, then you have to add obstruction.
Right.
It's really simple as that.
Obstruction is sin.
I knew you was going to say
You
raise
see
the
my
sin.
Anything that blocks
Physical.
the flow.
Right.
Yeah,
Raise the
absolutely.
sin
Yeah,
is death.
yeah,
But
that's
the
right.
gift of life, there it is.
Yes.
Eternal.
Yeah.
You want to live.
And it's just so beautiful that these tools are right in our own hands. We don't even have to really, I will go so far as to say we don't even have to pray to reach it because he already gave it to us. It's within reach. We just have to do it. We have to be doers of the word instead of hearers.
That's right.
We have to be, once we know these things, it's not enough to just watch a Dr. Detox video.
Right.
You got to go detox now.
Right.
And it's a must, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. Detox your house, y'all.
You hear that, guys? Now, this is Fire Talk. We're talking all this, and God's people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge.
Absolutely.
And we're giving you knowledge, giving you understanding, but now you got to do it.
You got to do it.
Especially the holidays is coming
Oh,
up.
man.
Ooh, you know, we love to pick out and be with family and eat all that, but now it's a good start. You can plan now for a goal for 2021. Say, I'm going to detox and I'm going to live and I'm going to worry about COVID-19. I'm going to take care of myself.
Yes.
If they got a vaccine or not, the body is able to heal itself.
Absolutely.
I know that's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
And
Amen.
what we can't do, God would do the rest.
Yes.
Right,
God
right.
would do the rest.
Yes.
All right, detox.
Yes,
Detox.
yes,
So
yes.
I want to ask a quick question. I want to
Yes, ma'am.
slide this in here
Okay.
because we kind of talked about it a little bit before
Yes.
the show started. So there are, I'm noticing, two classes of people right now during this COVID.
Okay.
There are people that are strictly about the science and about the medicine.
Yes.
And there are people who have started to become more enlightened about natural foods
Yes,
and the
there's an
body healing
awakening.
itself. Yes, an awakening. That's a
Yes.
good word to use.
Absolutely.
About wanting to learn about healthy eating and how to detox and how to eat right and how to increase your energy levels with food and not and kind of relaxing on
Yes.
fast food and all of that. I know that for example, Sister Diane White, she's been on her journey and she's been sharing it with us, and I appreciate her
Yes,
continuously
yes, yes,
sharing
yes.
her journey with us about her process. And so there are many people like her out there that are looking to just get healthy within themselves.
That's right.
But you have the science believers with all the chatter saying, no, you can't heal yourself with herbs, you can't heal yourself with food. That's not scientifically proven. What is your rebuttal
Okay.
to science when it comes to their argument against holistic eating, plant-based diet, and using the food God gave us on this green earth to heal ourselves when it comes to like fruits and vegetables, herbs and things like that?
Well, here, this one is easy.
I'll
So,
give you an answer too, but go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah.
Go
Well,
ahead.
let's go
ahead
first.
now.
I would.
Well,
I could
it's
veggie
the
back
big
up.
dollar sign.
Yeah.
That's
Amen.
all I'm gonna say.
Cha-ching, yes. And here's the other thing: the pills that you took, how did you take them? You ate them, right?
Right.
So you ate the medicine and it worked, but you're telling most medicine has plant sources of it. They pull extracts from plants to make medicines. Most of the medicines that you think, like even when you go to the dentist, the dental medicine is made out of cloves. That's a herb, right? So if the scientists of this world have enough sense to get that, how could we not have enough sense to know that it's already in the very food, especially when there's a scripture that says it? physician, heal thyself. Heal thyself. You take health in your own charge, but you have to eat according to the way he said eat. And this is the thing that's just not being taught. So I would say these are just people that don't know what they're saying. It's simple as that. You're very ignorant of the fact. It's not your fault. It's that there has not been enough emphasis on natural law. So this is why in the Nara teaching, I made the logo a eye. And in the middle, there's nature. It implies you need to see things from the standpoint of Mother Nature. You know, the honor, if I could offer this, because in one of the clips that I did recently, we talked about, there's a document called the Essene Gospel of Peace. And this was an Aramaic document that they found that was supposedly the dietary teachings of Christ. 2,000 years ago, the real baptism teaching was actually a class of detoxification. If you would have seen this document, you would say, man, that looks like a Dr. Detox class 2,000 years ago.
Wow.
He focused completely on removing parasites, waste. He even went so far as to say that you should be clean to the point to where the fumes of your body are pleasing to God. So that's real clean, right?
Yeah.
Where you
That's
just
real
smell
clean.
like the lilies of the ground.
You wouldn't need no deodorant.
No,
and-
yeah, exactly.
Really?
Because what went in is what's coming out. That's what's defiling us. So in this document, it really, really illustrates a verse that we like to use, honor thy mother and thy father. So if I may, I want to offer a dietary version of that, or like transliteration of that. So in this book, it was saying, honor thy mother and thy father is not just talking about your parents, okay? And as black people, this should touch so much home, okay? But the laws of Mother Nature, honor thy mother. It's saying the father, of course, is God. But this book was saying you can't even get to the father except through the mother, except through the laws of nature. Because imagine if you're sick all the way going to the throne, right? God wants to do something majorly spiritual with you, but he can't because you can't even walk upright to the throne. So he's saying, honor the laws of Mother Nature, then your days will be long.
Okay.
Does that make, I mean,
I can see that.
now think about this. I said this one time, I think it was in your
When you
class.
look at the high priest, he had to sanctify or cleanse himself before he come before God.
Absolutely, and it was physically,
Right.
he had to cleanse himself.
Right.
Yeah. So now the reason that Dr. Detox became this voice for our people is because when I would look in publications, I would never see us talking about detoxification. Now here you have this other group of people that always are cleansing the liver, the kidneys, the spleen, right? This same group of people have a different kind of honoring of the mother and father than what is in the family precepts of Black America. We honor our parents, or your parents will kill you if you don't, right? It's pretty simple. God ain't even got to come. Your mama's hand is going to come and strike you down. But somehow we're living less.
Yeah.
So it must be another mother that the book is talking about, right? So because we're honoring our mother, but sometimes we're dying before our mothers do and our fathers.
Yeah.
It's a terrible thing. So we really, really have to know God is omniscient. The science part of that means knowing. God knows all things, and he wants us to know part of his knowing.
Right.
And that's the laws of nature. I don't think it's separate. It's not separate. It's supernatural, but natural is part of supernatural.
Right.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
Doc,
Yes, sir.
how much is the product?
So that is a
talking about?
two-step system. It's the this is a $25. It's at a discount right now because it's going to go up because we're adding other components. But right now, you can get this for the very, very low price of $25. There's a two-step system because this is the first step, the product, and then when you open this, there's a meal plan inside of the lid that if you follow that while you take this, 30 days from now, you'll be on the way to a new you.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true. And we have some people in the comments that did take the class, like Sister Dorothy Stokes. She said, yes,
Dr. Stokes.
it really works.
Yes.
We got Sister Jean Moore.
Yes.
She says Jean Moore is a
Dr.
witness.
Moore, yes.
And I know Dr. Cannon is also a witness as well.
Yes.
Other than myself and Evangelist Simon, we know that what he's promoting in the meal plan inside of here, it does work. You just have to work it. Now, I'm not gonna say I did the eating part right, but the fiber part, at the very least,
Yeah, even if you just take that.
even if
without-
you just take the fiber,
Yes.
it works. And no,
Absolutely.
this is not, we're not promoting the Illuminati or anything
Ah.
like that. So, because people have a thing about, oh, they had the all
Has somebody
seeing
has
eye.
somebody asked? Has someone said something?
No, but we know how
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
we know how people work,
We won't look at the negative before we look at the positive.
like we just discussed.
Yeah.
So,
Sometimes we'll only look at the negative. That's
We
true.
got a few minutes left,
Yes.
Dr. Tulu.
Yes, sir.
And once again, we appreciate you coming back and sharing your information.
Yes.
Also bring your product. Now, and we're talking so much about the product. Can you just give us just a little short synopsis when they take the product? What should some instruction like
Okay.
maybe no meat or drink plenty of water?
Okay.
Or, things like that.
Yes,
You know,
okay.
what's the steps?
So on my, this has been part of all of my marketing. You see a diseased colon and a healthy colon. So when you open up the container, you're going to unfold the piece of paper and there's going to be a healthy colon on one side. All of the foods on that side you can have.
Okay.
This is highly suggested during the taking.
Okay.
And is mainly because these foods do not interfere with the product. On the unhealthy colon side, of course, you want to stay away from these
right.
foods because they will interfere with
That's
the
the
product.
answer. You
That's white rice, white flour, anything
Anything
made with
white.
anything
made with
White
bleach.
bread.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. White sugar, right? Anything refined. Because these things will interfere. The point is you're trying to get out of the way of the system so that the system can clean house.
Okay.
And if you putting dirt back in, it's like bathing in mud.
Yeah.
Defeating the point.
Somebody asked, how long do you have to take it?
This is a month supply, so I would suggest to go through. I usually tell people if they're not going to take the class, go through 3 of these back to back. So that'll give you a good 90 days of cleansing, and you'll definitely be onto a new you then. It's going to automatically imply weight loss because weight is excess
Oh,
weight.
yeah, that's the other part of detox.
Yes.
You lose weight.
Well, it's
You got
waste.
Waste. The
So-
waste is.
Because we say
Gotcha.
lose the waste, WASTE, then you lose the waste.
Yeah.
This is a waste can. Just take the trash out.
Right.
Hashtag take the trash out.
Hear that, brothers? You're going to have that, they call it gun lap disease.
Yes,
I
yes.
hear that from my grandfather.
Yes,
You know, your gut hanging over your belt.
Yes.
That's what they're talking
Because
about.
it done lapped over.
Yeah.
Dunlap disease.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how many times a day are you to take this?
I would suggest 3 times. And I'll tell people pick a time you can remember easily, like 9:39, 9 a.m., 3 p.m., and 9 p.m.
So 6 hours apart.
Yes,
In 6-hour intervals.
absolutely. Even if you took it twice, it would do you good. But
Even
3
if you took it
times-
once.
Yes, that is true.
I am a witness.
Yes. Now, of course, that's going to give you a longer use of the container. But if
Right.
you really want to jump start for real, 3 times a day would be the recommended dose.
Now, I'm going to ask this question.
Yes, sir.
You think this would be good, say, when the month of January comes in?
For
we all say
consecration.
Absolutely.
Consecration. We're already fasting.
Right.
Yes.
That may be a good time to really start on this program.
When do you,
I'm just asking
When
the
does your fast begin? What day?
January the 1st?
I would do this in the month of December, so that way when you go into concentration, you're already clean.
Okay.
See, this is what I'm glad
And they
you
won't
mentioned.
have those
Hunger
pains and
Oh
headaches.
God, I'm so
and-
glad you mentioned
Yeah.
this, Pastor, because
And I'm hungry. That fresh
yeah,
talking.
yeah,
That's the
you're
good
supposed to be
talking.
listening to the word, and
Yeah.
you can't even hear it because the parasites are louder than the spirit.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's true. We
I mean,
cry, the spirit is a quiet, gentle voice, but the toxins are loud. So I'm saying this time, let's spend our consecration time in purity. So use the month of December, take the product, get clean completely. Go ahead and have your soul food, whatever.
Because,
Yeah.
Christmas.
We know y'all gonna do that.
Yeah.
I could offer some alternative foods though that you could replace, and if you get this book, they're in here. But just flush out for that 30 days, and then go into your January, in a cleaner state. And I promise you'll notice a difference.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Well, Erica, we're at the end of the road. and
All righty.
I'm going to let you wrap it up as always, unless there's somebody else has a comment or something. But
One last
your
question.
end.
I think Sister Brown is asking, do you take it before you eat or at what point? Because I know you said 3 times a day.
Yes.
But is it like, let me eat and then take it, or let me take it and then eat later?
Okay, good question. So I have a saying, and there's a video entitled this on the page. Nutrition without detoxification is no nutrition. I think you remember me saying this here at the church. Okay, so right now, detoxifying is more important than nutrition. So I would say take it before you eat to make sure that it gets in. Mm-hmm. Because what you're doing is cleaning house so that once you finally, it's going to improve your appetite. Mm-hmm. You're going to notice this. Mm-hmm. You're going to be able to eat more better because the toxins will be out of the way. Mm-hmm. So take it before you eat, and even if you get too full to eat, that's okay. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. Well, let me close it out because we got a couple of questions. So what I want to do is something that I haven't done. Okay. I want to get closer to the camera because people are asking, can we see the book and can we see the product?
Okay.
And so I'm thinking it's the middle one. You guys, I'm just gonna, Justin probably got to get it back in focus. So this is the product right here. He has the 2 colons, and then this is the book that he's saying. Can you all see? I hope you
show
can.
them that there's illustrations in the book as well, so that you can actually get pictures of the recipes as you're cooking them. Mm-hmm.
Some of the meals and all of that.
Show them the jar thing.
This is, as you see, one side is toxic. The other side has been cleaned out. So this is really the 2-step program together. The meal plan is taped at the top of the lid. And so the food that you eat, a lot of the recipes are included in this book. So you really have the 2-step system right here. How can you get the products?
So go to the scienceofeverythinginlife.com and register and place your order. Also, as a free gift, and thank you, Pastor, for allowing me to share that transliteration, because I really would like to get churches to read this document, because I think that it's so interesting that in history they hid this from the church. Mm-hmm. And we would have to question, why would you hold something this important back? And I think once you read the document, it's going to become exceedingly clear. Okay. Mm-hmm. When you go to the scienceofeverythinginlife.com, register, I'm going to email you a free copy of the Essene Gospel of Peace. I would like you to have one as well.
Okay. Yeah, wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're going to get to hear the Christ that we love, the man that we all worship and adore, talk about how to keep this body clean. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay.
Yes. All right.
And so, really, to wrap it up, I just have to say, he didn't talk about it, and please don't beat me up for talking about it, but you do want to start this program with a fast for 3 days. There is a tea, but I'm not going to give you the recipe. I'm going to let you go to the Science of Everything. Am I saying it right?
Yes, the Science of Everything in Life.
It's the in life part that I keep forgetting.
Yes,
the Science of Everything in Life to get the actual recipe. Mm-hmm. And this tea will actually help you through fasting. Oh. I know that I've done a 3-day fast and drunk the tea at the same time, and it did everything that it was supposed to do.
That's in the meal plan.
The tea recipe is in the meal plan at the top of here?
Yes.
Okay, well then if you buy the product, you'll get the tea recipe. Yes, and so you jump start the detox process by fasting for 3 days and drinking the tea as well. Yes. And then when you break the fast, that's when you start eating the foods that are recommended on the clean colon side. And then you abstain from eating all the foods that are on the bad colon side. Yes. And because it's just like he just said, bathing in mud. It's no point. And all the claims that were made here today about your energy level, your skin, even your brain. If you have a job where you think and have to do a lot of critical thinking.
Your computers.
Exactly. Your thinking is sharper and clearer. You have more energy to do everything that it is that you're doing. You feel younger. You start looking younger. You drop weight as a byproduct. And so, like I said, there are people in the comments that go to this church that have actually taken the program, that still live by a lot of the principles, and they can attest, you don't have to take my word for it, you don't have to take his word for it. You could talk to the members of the church that you know and you trust, and they can give you all the information that you need and answer more questions for you there. So that's all I have to say. Anything else? All right.
We're out.
Yes, thank you.
See you on Sunday at 10:30 for another exciting worship experience here person to person, or social media. God bless you again, and we love you. Have a great weekend, and we love you. Fire Talk with Bishop and Dr.